The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Located in the geographic center of the Middle East, Jordan is widely considered one of the Arab world's most cosmopolitan and westernized countries. The dominant religion in Jordan is Islam. 92% of Jordanians identify as Muslim, with a small population of Christians in the country as well. Like all Muslim countries, as well as most countries in the Middle East, the prevalence of Islam has had a significant effect on the culture. As it is throughout the Arab world, women in Jordan play a role in society quite unique from the role they play in the West. From an outside perspective, some observers view the advent of Islam as being solely responsible for this change in how women are treated in the culture, and that Arab culture and the religion of Islam are inseparable. How do women really fit into the culture of Jordan? How do women feel being a part of this culture? What is their role in the home, in faith, in the workplace, in society as a whole? Is this treatment of women indeed a fundamental part of Islam, or is it merely Arab culture at work, an entity wholly separate from any religion?
The priorities of my life is just, I'm a Muslim, and anything that has to do with Islam is a priority. Anything has to do with Allah is a higher priority than any other thing. So satisfying Allah is what I'm looking for more than satisfying other people, and sometimes more than satisfying myself.
Yeah, for me, the first priority is faith, and then comes my professional life and my family life. It's like this order.
One issue that has been met with controversy in Islam is the covering of women. The Quran tells women in Surah 24 to guard their modesty, and in Surah 33 to cover themselves. Most women in Jordan's culture choose to wear the hijab, a headscarf that covers the hair and the neckline. Is covering a monolithic requirement of Islam, or is it merely a personal choice of the woman herself, a private choice between her and God?
For me, hijab represents many things. To be close to God, to like saving myself from everything in life, from bad things.
A hijab is something you have to do, part of your religion. It is in Quran as well. So I know I should cover. I'm so proud of my hair. I love my hair so much. I have very beautiful hair, and I look totally different with my hair down. However, I know I should cover it. So I chose to do that when I was around 16 years old, but my father said no. And he forced me to take the scarf off. And then I chose to wear it again when I was 18 years old. And my dad said no, and he forced me to take it off. Then I became comfortable with the way I am without hijab. And my whole family now started forcing me to wear it. And I said no. Because you cannot do that, even in Islam. If I'm not the one who choose to do it by myself, I'm not going to get credit for it. And Allah wouldn't be happy and satisfied with me, because this is something I'm forced on. If I'm going to do it, I will do it for myself and for Allah, not for you. And it wasn't until 2003, I was around 22 years old, I believe, when they are, I don't know, older. Yeah, I think 22, when my family gave up on pushing me. That's when I went back to my original decision and started to wear it. And I've never took it out ever since.
Yeah, when I was 14, I chose to wear hijab myself, and my family even do not want me to wear al-hijab because they think that I am so young. But I insisted on wearing it. It's out of my faith. It is not out of like culture or like because people want me to wear al-hijab. I think women can have self-expression while wearing al-hijab, because sometimes the way that they wear al-hijab express their personality. We have a lot of styles, we have a lot of ways.
Salah, or prayer occurring 5 times daily for Muslims, is often held at services in mosques. It is mandatory for mosques to provide separate facilities for male and female prayer. Men and women do not pray together for fear of one being distracted during their personal time to profess to Allah. Even with that, women are still rarely seen attending prayer services at the mosque. Upon any visit to a mosque, one is met with an overwhelming majority of males. Why is this? Where are all the women?
I don't go usually to the mosque. I rarely do that. Sometimes we have lots of women that go to the mosque during Ramadan. Even during then, I don't do it. The mosque is a place for everyone to worship, but Allah said that we can worship Him everywhere. And for females in particular, because Allah knows that she has children, she has family to take care of, she does not have to pray at the mosque for every prayer. If she likes to go, she's more than welcome to go, but she don't have to. Her house is her mosque. So if I get that privilege, why should I go to the mosque? My two brothers they pray at the mosque every single prayer. They rarely miss a prayer at the mosque, because males, on the other hand, have to pray at the mosque unless they can't.
I pray in different places. For example, in my room, in the mosque. If I visit someone, I pray in their house, but in a certain room. Or it is important to pray, but it is not necessary to go to the mosque to pray.
Among many outsiders to the Arab world, there is a widely held conception that married women are not allowed to work, that they are confined to the home and not encouraged to express themselves in mainstream culture. How valid is this conception? Are married women in Arab culture any different than in other cultures?
Women are supposed to be the member of the family who takes care of the children and who cooks, who cleans. And if she works, she has to come back home and do that, all of it. It's not something bad for me to raise a family. It's not bad. It's my nature. It's why I'm created. It should make a woman happy. I've always said if I'm gonna get married, I'm never gonna work, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna work outside and inside at the same time. I'm gonna raise the kids. I'm gonna clean. I have to wake up in really early hours to prepare for breakfast and prepare for sandwiches and prepare for my work as well. So I never wanted to work if I'm gonna get married.
Maybe I will give up something in my life just for my kids. For example, if I have kids in the future and I feel that I am unable to take care of my kids because of my work, or I feel that I want to give more time for my kids, I will give up my work. So this is one of the things that I may give up. But I'm not give up education or ambitions or things like this.
Are women in Arab culture ever mistreated publicly? Do women feel oppressed in this culture? What would the source of that be? Islam? Or is it the Arab culture itself?
I think yes, there is no perfect culture, although we have Islam, but this does not mean that all the people follow Islam well. So there are a lot of like mistreatment or guys treat women in a way that is not like in not a respectful way.
That's not Islam. This culture does not do it the Islamic way, though they hide behind the name of Islam to suppress the woman.
They arise from maybe education and the way that those people grew up. So it's not necessary from religion, maybe it's from culture.
We still have so many suppressed girls, so many girls who does not have the right to say yes or no. But we do have women who speak up and try to fight for all of the women in the world and all of the women in this country. We have communities and organizations just to fight for women's rights.
I think we need to change this, but a lot of things have changed recently, but it needs time. For example, the way that men look at women, the way that look at education for women. Because do you know that we have a high percentage of educated women in Jordan?
Education is indeed a powerful tool for female empowerment. In Jordan, 63% of those enrolled in higher education are women, an impressive accomplishment when compared to other nations in the region. One of the most noticeable differences between Arab culture and the modern West is the level of individualism. Whereas individualism runs strikingly high in Western nations, the family unit is of utmost importance among Arab nations. Families generally live together, children only moving out when they marry, and not always even then so. Sharing resources and all working members of the family contributing to its group income is common. Seen in this light, the prevalence of women staying at home seems to change meaning a bit. It's also clear that there's a difference between Islam and Arab culture. They're not indivisible. Perhaps Arab culture does lean towards favoring males, even as Western cultures did prior to the rise of the feminist movement. But these powerful, degree-holding, accomplished women seem to suggest that women can be plenty empowered in today's Jordanian culture.